right, welcome, 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 everybody. Happy Sunday. Here we are. To start to find whatever your seat is today. And if you haven't moved a lot, then maybe do a little bit of movement, maybe a little cat and cow, a little neck rolling, shoulder rolling. Good. And then find yourself starting to settle from that movement in a position where you can feel both sit bones. You can feel the back of your pelvis on the floor or on your seat, whatever you're sitting on. You can feel yourself softening your rib cage back just a little bit. So you take some of that pressure out of that forward pressure out of your spine. You can feel your arms starting to float back in space. Your chest is wide. Then you can feel the slight dropping of your chin. So you can feel the length of the back of your throat. The top of the head is stacking in line with your spine. And let your jaw start to hang open. So you get a little bit of space between the lips. So again, a real release of the jaw. Just give yourself a moment to actually settle. Sometimes that transition into whatever I was just doing and now I'm meditating can be very jarring if we try to force the mind to suddenly go somewhere else. Just a moment to settle. And we're actually going to begin today with Kapala bhati breathing. So you can do this either, I'm going to give you two options. We'll go through it. So you can either sit straight just exactly as you are, or if you're really familiar with this breath and you want to take yourself into a spinal twist and do the breath while you are in a twist, you're welcome to do that. So if you're doing the twist, you would reach the left hand to the right knee and turn to the right. And how this breath goes is it is active exhales through the nose. The inhale happens on its own, and every exhale is drawing the navel in. Right? So the exhale comes from the navel drawing in, exhale through the nose, inhale happens. So it's an active exhale, 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 right? So again, if you're staying straight on, just find your comfortable seat. Hands can rest on the knees or the thighs. If you are coming into a twist, feel free to start to come into your twist. You're holding the twist. So a full deep breath in, full deep breath out. Inhale about halfway and then begin to exhale, 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 exhale. Keep going. Really letting the exhales come from the navel. You want it to be an active exhale, but not where you are clenching, not where you are gripping, but just where you're feeling that here's the movement of my breath all the way down through the abdomen. So our breath just doesn't happen in our chest. Good, keep going. Again, just try to find a rhythm. It does not have to be fast. The rhythm can be nice and measured and slow. Remember, it's through the nose. Keep relaxing around it. Promise you will not explode. Almost there. Deep breath in. Pause at the top of the breath. Exhale all the way out. Release the twist if you've been in the twist. And again, let your breath return to its easy flow. Reset your posture where again, you soften into heaviness of your seat, draw the rib cage back. The process as we set up for meditation where we start to realize that this inner tension that lives in us starts to present itself. The more we focus on relaxing, maybe let go a little bit and then that tension creeps back in. So we let go again and it creeps back in and we let go again. So to let yourself move with that pulsation without getting upset how often the tension comes in, but to just feel it, notice it. And then can you feel the softness again? That's all we're doing is looking to relieve that sense of inner tension. Whatever comes from what we call meditation is not up to us to decide. We're just relieving that inner tension so that something can rise. We're going to do one more round of the same breath. So again, if you are in a twist and you want to come to the twist on the other side, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, staying where you are, hands resting on the knees or the thighs, full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Breathe in about halfway and then begin to exhale, 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 exhale. Keep going. If you're familiar with this breath, you've probably done it many times. Maybe only a few times, but you've done it. What happens is that as we get familiar with the breath, as we stop letting it take us anywhere, we do it just thinking, okay, I know what this is going to feel like. I'm going to get from the beginning to the end, however many repetitions. We don't let it take us anywhere. So as you're moving with that rhythm of your breath, don't worry about where you're going, but let the breath carry you. Let your mind become synced with the breath. Don't hold it separate. This is part of meditation. We become unified with whatever our technique is or our object of focus is, so that the mind is no longer swirling and twirling, but it's moving with a rhythm. Keep going, still exhaling, 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 exhaling. Again, if it's a little bit of a challenge, that's great. Stay with it. Find your rhythm. Keep relaxing around it. But notice how much the mind wants to stay separate from the breath. Let the breath take you somewhere. Keep going. Remember, it's just exhaling and inhaling. You can do it, navel. And again, if you're not used to doing this breath for as long as you're doing it, you will not explode. If you need to stop or take a break, you can always come back to it. We want the breath to take us somewhere. You're almost there. Don't give up. Take a deep breath in. Pause at the top of the breath. Exhale all the way out. If you're in the twist, release the twist. And let the breath start to return to its steady flow. Again, its natural rhythm. And a rhythm or a depth that you are not restricting. You let it go as big as the inhale and the exhale want to go. Noticing again where those places where tension creeps in, can you bring a softness to those places? Settle into your sit bones. Let the ribs float back. Your jaw soften. And start to become aware of the sensation of the breath at the nostrils. As you're breathing in, follow that sensation through the nostrils all the way up to the space of the third eye. Then exhale back out through the nostrils and follow with your attention the breath 6 to 9 inches in front of your face, or as far as your attention can maintain connection. And then inhale from that point all the way in and up to the third eye again. Exhale all the way out, following the thread of the breath with your attention as far as you can. And then continue to breathe, inhaling from that point in front of you, all the way in and up to the third eye. And exhaling all the way out, following the breath as long as you can. Keep your attention on it. Noticing where that inner tension starts to arise. Again, bring the softness to those places. Resettle the seat. Following the breath in and up to the third eye, and exhale out through the nostrils. Follow the breath, thread of the breath, 6 to 9 inches in front of you. Keep the attention on the flow of the breath. Whatever else creeps into the mind, let it flow all the way with the breath. Attention on, in and up to the third eye, out through the nostrils, 6 to 9 inches in front of you. Just keep dropping the mind into the rhythm of the breath. As your next exhale happens, release your attention on the technique. Just let your breath flow easily, again, as deep as it wants to go. We're going to do one more breathing technique for just sitting. Brahmari breath. It's a bee buzzing breath. If you're not familiar, let your eyes float open. I'll show you. So how this breath goes is it's a exercise in pratyahara, essentially. So going inward to feel inward experience. So what we do is we symbolically close off the external senses. So thumbs go in the ears. We're gently closing off the nostrils a little bit, so not a complete close, just a gentle pressure, fingers over the eyes, and then mouth is closed. So it's an inhale through your nose, and then you're making a humming sound with your mouth closed. On the exhale. Okay, so it's going to be very internal because you're closing off all of the rest of the senses outward. So if this feels a little claustrophobic, of course, be very gentle with yourself. You don't have to completely cover everything, but again, it's symbolically mouth stays closed, ears closed, eyes closed. So it's an inhale through the nose. It's an exhale, making that humming sound for the whole exhale. So it vibrates, reverberates in your head. Okay, so we'll do it together for a few moments. And again, it's just to let you go really inward. So take the thumbs towards into the ears. And again, a gentle closing off, gentle pressure at the sides of the nostrils. Do not close it off completely. Mouth is closed. Close your eyes. You can rest your pointer fingers on the eyes if you'd like, or again, you don't have to, right? If this feels claustrophobic, then just close off the ears and let it be at that. Deep breath in through the nose. Then you inhale again. And continue, don't stop. Deep breath in, humming on the exhale. Don't be shy. Let yourself hear the sound. Take one more full breath. Hum it out. At the end of that exhale, release the hands away from the face. Release the breathing technique. The breath come back to its normal flow. And let your mind experience silence. Moving from the noise to the absence of noise. In your silence, if you continue to hear sound, that is part of the silence. We practice not generating noise inside ourselves, but instead receiving the space or feeling the space all around and inside. Meditate on silence. If the mind is talking, let it flow with the breath. If you need a visual, you draw a circle in your mind, empty circle. And yourself remain quiet inside. Bring the attention back to the flow of the breath. Remembering that meditation is not something that fits into your mind. It's not something that your mind does. Meditation is that big state that is beyond the mind, that the mind dissolves into. So we can practice and practice and practice. And if we don't let our practice take us anywhere, then we're just sitting in a room breathing and thinking, which is beautiful. And also, if you keep dissolving into that softness on the other side of tension, dissolving into the silence on the other side of thinking, dissolving into emptiness on the other side of holding, and something rises into that space. And that's what we call meditation. You find your own inner rhythm with the breath, and you let your mind become part of that. Don't worry about where it takes you. Just let yourself be taken somewhere. Drawing the hands together in front of the heart center, please. Rub the palms. And then place those palms either over the eyes or over the ears, wherever it feels appropriate to add that warmth. And then sliding the palms together, letting the thumbs come to the space between the eyebrows. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day, great rest of your weekend. Happy Labor Day if I don't see you. Really back to basics today. But the basics can be very powerful if we let them be. That's the thing, is because we think they're basic, is we think that they're not going to do anything. If we do the basic stuff, really go deep with it. It's all you need.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You can let me know how that went if you want. Otherwise, I will see you when I see you.
It was great. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Great. Thank you, Veronica.
Welcome. You're welcome. I know
Kapala
Brahmari is
breathing.
going to be your favorite breath now, right?
Thank you. Have a
You're
wonderful
welcome.
weekend. It was
Thank
great.
you. Have a great weekend, everybody.
You too.
No. Oh, it's heady.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks. Bye-bye.